the Democrats have not changed parties. The Democrats are still the same. They've changed their messaging. They've changed some things that they tell you. But at the end of the day, it's still the same thing. There's not much of a difference between what they were back in the day and what they are right now. It's just the messaging. It's the way that they do it. Like back then, they weren't talking about LGBTQIA, ABCDEFG. They were talking about other things. But the idea behind what they're talking about is the same. It's the same thing. Not that much of a difference at all. The party platforms, exactly. Read the party platforms, like my man Hillbilly Swarp said, and you'll see the same thing. You won't see much of a difference there. But let me get to my next call. Finally got a call. That's great. 216, you're on the line. Who am I speaking to?
Yes, this is Governor Cuomo.
All right, Governor, what's going on? What brings you to ABL Live?
Look, there are a lot of things that people got wrong about what I said this week. A lot of people heard me say that we're not going to make America great. America was never that great. And they didn't miss the fact that I was trying to say that a lot of things were never great. Everybody thinks that Tecmo Bowl was great, but that's only because Bo Jackson was so awesome. Everybody gives all the credit to Tecmo Bowl. And yet Bo Jackson has to walk around with his bad knees and do commercials for pain relievers, and nobody gives him any credit. And that's why those of us in my party, are going to stand up for the Bo Jacksons of the world and let everybody know that we're in their corner. So I hope everybody's reassured.
So who are the Bo Jacksons of the world in America? Like, who represents the Bo Jackson energy in America?
Well, the people who contribute to my campaign for governor for the third term in 2018. By the way, Cuomo for governor, 2018 vote. Vote twice if you can.
That's not legal, sir. You can't vote twice, can you?
Well, I mean, you don't have to. I mean, sometimes I have a friend. His name is Martin Santangelo, and he'll vote the first time as Martin Santangelo. Then a few hours later, he goes in as Miguel Santoro and puts on like a fake mustache or whatever. So it's technically not him voting again.
No, it's still the same guy. I mean, you could put on a disguise and change your appearance, but you're still the same person. I mean, do you guys have voter ID in New York? Hopefully you do, because if you're casting the same vote twice, you can go to jail for that, maybe, if you get caught.
No, you don't understand. The first time I identify as Michael Santangelo. I mean, my friend does. And then the second time, my friend identifies as Miguel Santoro. And it just, it's like, look, if somebody has split personalities, don't you think that those split personalities should have equal rights between them? Why would you discriminate against one and then let the other one's vote not count? I mean, let's say the first person's vote wants to go to Governor Cuomo. And then the second person is a complete moron and wants to vote for somebody who's not named Governor Cuomo. Should we deny him the vote too?
You're still talking about one person. The personality does not equate to a different person. It's one human being, and just because their mind thinks that they're two people does not make it so. So we just got to keep it squared on that. But back to your whole America was never great comment. I mean, aren't you guys Italian up there? What's that? Your brother, your brother-in-law, whatever. You guys come from Italy. So why come to America if it was never great? Why not stay in the old country?
Well, because they didn't want us to be governor over there. I mean, why would they let me be governor over there? I'm just, first of all, my dad was the greatest governor in the history of this state. It doesn't matter that he was complaining about the same problems today back in 1984 and didn't solve any of them, but he was still the greatest governor ever, and he got 3 terms to fix the state, and now you're going to give me 3 terms to fix the state just so I can make the old man proud. So what does that have to do with Italy? I mean, we were never governors of Italy.
Well, I'm just saying, since you said America was never great, I'm just wondering why you guys are not in Italy still, because why come here to this not so great place? Why not stay in the old country where it's beautiful? You can just ride on a gondola, you can eat pizza, all that kind of stuff like that. Why come here?
Hey, I think this is a lot of stereotypical nonsense about me eating pizza and stuff like that. Everybody knows that because of the policies of Mike Bloomberg, you basically get taxed enough to force you to take a mortgage just for drinking soda with too many calories. So nowadays, I pretty much just, I eat stuff from, lean cuisine that gets left over by the staff at night when they go home. So, I mean, you're just being stereotypical here.
Hey, I like Italy. Italy is a beautiful country. I like to go visit. I want to get on a gondola, and I want to have my pizza on the gondola. I don't want no Pizza Hut, none of that. I want real Italian food. But to switch gears a little bit, how do you feel about Bill de Blasio in New York City? Is he doing a good job?
No, he's a total punk, and he's actually much more of a fake Italian than me, and that's trying hard.
Yeah, isn't he German or something? Like, I'm not really sure what's going on.
Mr. de Blasio, I just have a message for him. You're not getting any money from me to fix the subway, boy. You're basically, I'm Mr. Big Daddy, and you're like down there with your little beanie with the propeller on top. That's what I think of you, Mayor de Blasio.
Wow, I'm surprised you feel that way because, I feel like you guys would be on the same team. Because I thought you.
No, whenever I need to go and relieve myself, I tell him to go over the bathroom and warm the seat up for me.
Wow. Very, 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 very interesting. How about Giuliani? What do you feel about him?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Mayor Giuliani, we were both very big under the Clintons. Obviously, right now he's working for the devil himself, but I did that too. So I guess we're in the same boat. And, I was Secretary of HUD at the time when he was mayor of New York. And obviously we solved the homeless problem. I mean, it's not like New York has record numbers of homeless for all time. It's not like that's happening, right?
Are you sure about that? Because I'm starting to see some numbers that point towards the opposite. You're starting to get like California a little bit. And I feel like it would be worse than California if it didn't get so cold up there in the winter.
Yeah, but we have to pick up some of their slack, you see. It's just like you're talking about Italy. I mean, Italy, unfortunately, the reason we, the Cuomos, can't go back to Italy is that we're the last non-racist Italians. We came here to America, and we left all the racist ones over there, and they're trying to ship all, unfortunately, people can't understand that somebody whose name is Mohammed Abdul Wahab is just as Italian as a person named Chris Cuomo.
I don't think that's actually true. I think that person probably comes from the Middle East, North Africa, somewhere like that. Not, Italy. It's just like, saying a guy named William de Blasio or whatever his name is like a Nigerian if he lives in Nigeria. He's just a white guy, German in Nigeria.
Listen, I believe that everybody should be able to just pick their country the same way they pick their avatar when they play Halo. Because I'm a New Yorker because I'm a Dominican. And I'm a New Yorker because I don't have any papers. And I'm a New Yorker because I'm a lesbian, like the woman who's running against me for governor. And I'm a New Yorker because, I think Tecmo Bowl isn't that great. So without honesty, Anthony, I think you just can't relate to people from the real America over here up in New York.
Hey, maybe I can't. I'm just a kind of a simple guy. I don't know what's going on, but I don't have too much more for you. So is there anything else you wanted to say? Anything that you want to talk about before we go ahead and get to the next caller?
Yes. If in the unlikely event that I'm not going to be elected governor, please buy Cuomo marinara sauce coming on the market in 2019 at your local food market, whatever it is, unless we tax them out of business. And that's about it. Thanks for having me, Anthony. And once again, Bill de Blasio, you know where to go right now. I have a little hankering coming on. I had some Mexican food earlier, so I want that seat warm and ready.
Thank you for the call. I definitely appreciate it.
Have a good night.
All right. Thank you to Governor Cuomo. Thank you to Governor Cuomo for the call. Most certainly appreciate it. All right. And I saw a comment in the chat that says the best food is West Virginia Italians. Yeah, shout out to the West Virginia Italians. I know about that very well. Yeah, some of them calzones. Oh man, it's the best. Shout out to Mike D'Antoni.